G'day guys. So one of the most common mistakes I see people make when they're trying to improve their health and fitness is focusing their energy in the wrong areas. So often when I start talking to people, they're asking me questions like, should I be eating white rice or brown rice? Am I allowed to eat carbs after 6 p.m? Now there's all these questions that we're sort of taught to think about through the media. There's always this next sort of fad diet and super way to drop fat, and so it's ingrained in our psyche. Where typically with the majority of the people I work, those issues aren't the major issues. The issues tend to come from a more emotional behaviour, something that's driven by emotion, where we unconsciously have these habits that create negativity in our lives. So that's a big part of my job, is to ask the right questions and to get down to the nitty-gritty and to see where my guys are struggling and where their challenges are and how I can help them. So a good example is just recently I was working with a guy, and one of his big concerns was he ate too many carbs. His wife was an amazing cook, and every meal there was rice with his meal. Now, I saw the food, and the food was incredible. Looked like he was eating better than me. And we delved deep into his lifestyle and what was going on with him. And, he'd recently lost his job through COVID. He was under massive stress. And the way he was dealing with it, a lot of us do, is at the end of a stressful day, he would relax with a few beers. And what typically comes with those beers is trash food. So it would be microwave food, frozen food, and you just get this massive dose of terrible food and heaps of calories. So instead of focusing on making him stop having the carbohydrates with his meals, which he enjoyed, we focused on the emotions behind that kind of behavior and helped him deal with his stress better, helped him get his sleep under control. Now, once these things start to happen, once you're dealing with stress better, once you have a purpose and you're moving forward in a positive direction, those self-sabotaging habits tend to be less frequent. So by working with him on this level, he was still able to enjoy this amazing food with his family and make massive change. And instead of stopping the relatively harmless sort of behaviours that he thought he had to change, he got in control of these pretty negative behaviours. So that's what the work I do with guys is actually trying to find out what their issues actually are rather than what they think their issues are. And through my experience, I can get there pretty quickly. And I've got some pretty solid strategies to help get around that. So whenever you're trying to make any change, just have a think about it. And is that thing that you're wanting to change, is that your real issue? And if not, maybe have a think about where you can make real change and changes that can have the biggest impact. All right, that's my 2 cents, guys. I hope that's made sense to a few people. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you've got any questions about it, I would love to help you out. Awesome, guys. Thanks for listening, and chat soon.